Just forget about Ray.
And Nicole Kidman's prosthetic nose. Hi guys, welcome to a video, and in today's video I just wanted to review the film The Hours. I was obsessed with this film as a teenager. I was obsessed because women. I'm just always here for women. Period. And honey, the cast in this film, mwah! If you've got Meryl Streep and Julianne Moore in your film, that's one thing. But if you've got Meryl Streep and Julianne Moore in your film kissing other women, that is just cinematic heaven. And on top of that, the soundtrack by Philip Glass. Oh my god. As a fun fact, this movie is also the highest grossing lesbian themed movie. I don't know if I label this film as a lesbian film. Lesbian themed is what we'll call it, okay. This is one of the few films adapted from a book where the film is so much better than its literary origins. Oh my god, it's night and day. I tried reading The Hours many years ago because it was on a reading list for one of my modules, and I just remember hating it. And I'm convinced to this day that the reason that this book had any acclaim is because the author had connections in the publishing world, or he simply integrated Virginia Woolf into his work, and somehow that integration automatically made his work some kind of literary genius. I don't know. I just think anybody who's even somewhat familiar with Virginia Woolf and her work would know that she would be turning in her grave about a male trying to make commentary on and encapsulate the intricate lives of women, and at the same time line his pockets from doing so. I mean, if there's one person who knows what it is to be a woman in this world, it is a man. Yeah, The Hours as a literary product disgusts me. It does. But as a silver lining, this book did give us Meryl Streep kissing another woman, so let's get into it. So The Hours is about three women of different generations whose lives are interconnected by the 1925 novel Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. Their stories intertwine and finally come together in a surprising, transcendent moment of shared recognition. So what did I like about this film? Well, it's just beautifully threaded together. The cinematography is thoughtful, the editing and direction are smooth, and the performances are heartfelt. As a cherry on top, it has a wonderfully melancholy soundtrack by Philip Glass, which complements this film perfectly. It's actually one of my favourite movie soundtracks of all time. I'm also a sucker for vintage aesthetics, so I very much enjoyed the 1920s and 1950s elements and fashion in this film. You can tell a lot of care was taken in every single area of this film, and it really paid off. Rewatching this film after so many years was quite interesting to me, especially regarding the lesbianism, because what I hadn't really taken note of before is how differently these three women approached lesbianism within their own timelines. For example, Virginia and Laura are very much trapped by heteronormative convention, but clearly have lesbian desires. With Virginia, it is suggested through her behaviour towards her sister, but unspoken and left entirely up to the interpretation of the audience. With Laura, it is vocalised, but quickly brushed aside by Kitty, who essentially chooses to dismiss it. And then you have Clarissa, who is openly in a relationship with another woman. So I thought that was interesting. Of course, Virginia Woolf did have sapphic affairs in real life, which were by no means unspoken, but the film made specific choices in its portrayal of lesbianism, which I like to think of as a timeline of lesbian acceptance or acknowledgement, but that's just my own speculation. I do think a film such as this could have only worked as well as it did with good actors, and of course, this film has the best of the best. Surprising to precisely no one, Meryl Streep really stands out. It's just incredible to watch her emotional range and depth. in this film, and Julianne Moore is also fantastic. The scene near the end where Clarissa and Laura are having a conversation about Laura having to leave her children is something else. It's one of the most potent and layered scenes that I've ever seen in a film. I also forgot that Claire Danes was in this film. She is so baby-faced and cute, so it was a great surprise. I really don't have any criticisms for this film on either a technical or a subjective level. It really is just a very intelligent and wonderful piece of work which portrays women dealing with the burden of their own lives. And a film such as The Hours doesn't come along every day. This film is special. Okay guys, if you've seen The Hours, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments section below. If you're a lesbian, if you're a woman who enjoys the literary works of Virginia Woolf, come and join the Sapphic Underground Club. Just come and join it. It's home for homosexuals. Don't forget to subscribe for instant disappointment, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.